Modern Mahjong's continuing our review of the back of the card, the rules which are the summary. We invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and get notified when new videos are uploaded. The official instruction book by National Mahjong League is Mahjong Made Easy. Since we believe everyone learns differently, we created our visual companion guide for American Mahjong. It is based on the official rules in Mahjong Made Easy, as well as bulletins, letters, and calls to the league. If you missed yesterday's daily talk and previous ones, we started talking about the left back panel. We're continuing on and breaking it down step by step. The left continues, the font in black is the rule, and then we will discuss our commentary in orange. So here are the rules that we continue. Game begins with East discarding 14th tile. Players to the right of East pick and discard in turn. A player's turn begins when they either pick or claim a tile. A discarded tile may only be claimed to complete a pung, kong, quint, or sextet in an exposed hand. So note, these are the summary of the rules, and the league has limited real estate here, so they can't go into all the details. So starting with the game begins. One way to remember this is player ends in R, so all play goes to the right. The only thing that goes to the left is walls are pushed out of the left, and conveniently, wall ends in L. So player ends in R, play to the right, wall ends in L, walls pushed out to the left. Moving on. In black, this is the rule. A player's turn begins when they either pick or claim a tile. So, this is important to keep in mind. If a player does a joker exchange before their turn starts, so before they pick or claim a tile, their hand is dead. And this is in Mahjong Made Easy. So we suggest that you try this at home. Put any 13 tiles on your rack and put another exposure, a hypothetical exposure, with a joker that contains one of the tiles you have. Do a joker exchange before you pick, before you claim a discard, and then after your joker exchange, you discard unless you have Mahjong. So discard. Now count your tiles. You now have 12 tiles. You are short a tile, and your hand is now dead. If someone noticed that you didn't pick or claim a tile before you did the joker exchange. If no one noticed and no one calls your hand dead, then you just keep playing defensively and hope for a wall game. Continuing on that same sentence about a player's turn beginning when they either pick or claim a tile, this is the rule. However, if you read the exception to who gets the discard, the league does allow a player to first expose and then take the discard. That is not a best practice, however. A best practice is for first a player to either say Mahjong or call or something similar, pick up the discard from the center of the table, confirm it's what they heard and what was named, place that discard on the flat top of their rack, not in their rack, add tiles from the sloping part of their rack, and then either they have Mahjong or they discard. If a player exposes tiles first, but they misheard and they don't have Mahjong, unless they can make an exposure with the actual discard and return the other tiles to their rack, or unless they have Mahjong, their hand is now dead. So that is why, even though exposing first from your rack might get you the tile over somebody next in line, it is not a best practice. And we've had many messages about social media posts encouraging players to do this, to kind of race to expose and take precedence. Many posts are not based on official rules and not based on best practice. They're based on house rules or just sharing how they actually play. The game is intended to be one of friendship and charity. Racing to expose was not the intention of the league for this rule. The rule is not a race to get the discard, but rather a you snooze, you lose to prevent the next in line for just not paying attention, seeing somebody else exposing the tile for either an exposure or Mahjong, and then saying, oh no, that was my tile. So that's the intention of the rule. Moving on. A discarded tile may only be claimed to complete a pung, kong, quint, or sextet in an exposed hand. So here the league is mentioning exposed hands. So concealed hands, no exposures. Exposures, you cannot have a single, a group of singles, or a pair as an exposure until you declare Mahjong and expose or declare and show all 14 tiles. This is probably where rule number 6 should fit. Rule number 6 under jokers, which we'll discuss in the next page, has nothing to do with jokers, but rather claiming a discard for Mahjong. Rule number 6 provides any tile within a grouping such as news, 11223, or tiles that represent a year may only be called for Mahjong. So if you're looking at the back of your card and following along with us, this is not on the left panel, this is in the middle panel under jokers. It doesn't change any prior rules about jokers and has nothing to do with jokers. We'll get more into this when we get to that rule, but while true, it doesn't change any rules. Jokers can still only be used when the card has a grouping of 3 or more identical tiles on it. We hope that this helped clear up some rules, and we enjoy going through this back of the card with you. It's a summary of the rules. For the complete rules, visit Amazon and check out our visual companion guide for American Mahjong. We'll continue to go forward and review all the rules on the card. If you want to up your game and learn to pivot, learn backup hands, we are bringing back for one night only our Learn the 2025 Card Prepare to Pivot Zoom. It's live on September 17th at 7 p.m. Eastern. You could register on modernmahjong.com. Our virtual vintage Zoom is a free Zoom on November 20th. We're going to be inviting everyone to take a virtual sneak peek at absolutely exquisite Mahjong collections. Either register for the link in the caption or scan the QR code. This is the book we were talking about before, our updated 2025 Visual Companion Guide for American Mahjong. It's available in paperback and Kindle format. If you have a tablet or phone, you could download a free Kindle app and then save the electronic version to that device. Boo to you! Our Halloween trick-or-treat Mahjong dice are available now, just in time for the holiday. What should we discuss next in our daily talk of the tiles? We're going to continue reviewing the rules, but we'd love to hear from you what you'd like us to discuss once we finish that. If you aren't following us yet, what are you missing out on? Tag your friends so they don't miss out too. We invite you to like, comment, save, and share so we can all play with confidence. Thanks for listening. Have a great day and a great game.